Hey, what's up, good people? What's happening, good people? How you doing? Can you guys hear me? What is going on here? There we go. There we go. What's up, good people? How you doing? Let me cut this off. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, good people. Right now, there's a lot going on. For those of you that saw my earlier video today, as I was saying, because my phone ran hot. All right, good people. Let's get to some business. What's going on? Hello, good evening to everyone. We got Lisa J in the house. We got Bear Justin in the house. We got Ken in the house. Let's just get right to it. All right. This is why I'm coming on, good people. This is not good. Let's just go right to it. The pre-markets are red, and they are really red. And if we were down, 20, 30 points on the Dow, then that wouldn't worry me too much. But we are down now 278 points. That's not the big deal. The big deal is the S&P is down now 73 points. The NASDAQ is down 433 points, right? That's not good, good people. It's not good. It's not a good start. Hey, how you guys doing? Good morning. Good afternoon, should I say? Good evening. Good evening. This is normal. No, this is not normal. It's normal for the pre-markets to be down, but not by this much, okay? So this is not normal, good people. Let's just keep it real. Everybody, please, if you don't know how the market really works, please don't leave comments that are not true. We get every time there is, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting on your case, but hey, you're welcome. Let's just discuss this, okay? Let's just discuss this really quick, and I'm going to use this. Good evening, all right? The only reason I'm coming on a Sunday evening on my day off is I just want you guys to be prepared. What does this say? Truth be told, that's it. So I'm going to tell you right now, everybody, all of these gurus and buy only people, they're going to be silent because they don't know how to handle times like this, because they've never traded through anything like this. I have many times, actually. And I'm just going to tell you what I know. I'm no guru, right? But I'm just going to tell you what I think, and you guys could take the information and do with it as you please, okay? But please don't shoot the messenger, okay? I want you guys to the market is a scam. There is some manipulation going on, okay? There is some manipulation going on. You have no fiat, okay? NVIDIA 100, yeah, I said it would. I said it most likely would, all right? You are welcome. All right, my battery is 70%. Needs to watch this. Please plug it up. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so it's common for the pre-markets to be down, but not by this much, okay? Not by this much, good people. The NASDAQ is down another 427, all right? Now, the Dow was down actually earlier today, 300. Now it's 280. Now, by markets open, okay? By markets open, these numbers could change, okay? Let me say that again. By market open, these numbers will change. They will absolutely change. But after Friday, and now it's Monday, okay? Then you will see that this is not good. I get paid Friday. I'm going to totally index. Okay. All right. So let me get this information out for people that just want to get the info and move on. I'm going to just get the information out, and then I'll come and talk with you guys for a minute. I just don't want to be rude, I see some guys just talk, and all the questions are coming in, and they just don't even engage the audience. That's not me. Okay. So the war. All right. Let's just go right through it. Okay. Here's some of the things that's happening right now. If you look at this, U.S. strike Iran live. Nations are nations act citizens in Lebanon. You know what's happening on the Gaza Strip, right? We know what's happening with Hezbollah and Israel. All of these live watches, right? Let's look at it. This is real. What's going on in the Middle East is real. Israel Hamas war live. You see this? All of this is going on. So you have all of these war watches going on, right? And we know about the retaliation that was a threat. And we're not getting into political who's right, who's wrong. None of, I'm not a war specialist or anything like that. All we know is that the stock market does not like uncertainty, and it doesn't like the onset of war. The market does not. But every time there's an onset of war, you will see that it was a buying opportunity. You and I have started buying stocks when it was the onset of the war that's going on right now. Okay, and with Putin and those guys, right? Soon as it hit the worst of it, we bought that dip. But now I'm going to tell you, listen, let's not go there, okay? Israel is the truth. We're not doing that, all right? We're not going into the politics. This is about money, okay? So hold whoever you support, just hold your comments, okay? This is about money. Let's get to the money. But we have to talk about what's going on because it's affecting the market, right? So we are here to decipher the FUD and protect our money. That's the only reason why I'm live. So hold your who's right, who's wrong. Let's talk about money. Right now we're going to talk about money because at the end of the day, this too, believe it or not, shall pass. And then we will be back to this, okay? So I thank you. I do have the heart of the people. I try to just be, I'm neutral in this. None of us, most of us, we don't live over there. We don't know what's fully going on. We only get the news that we're fed. All right. So let's get to the market. I want to say one thing about the Fed lowering interest rates. The Fed is absolutely going to lower interest rates in September right now with everything that's going on. Right now, if we had the job numbers. The jobs number is what's scaring the market. But before that, it was the geopolitical situation, right? Tension ratcheting up, and then the bad jobs numbers, right? Unemployment ratcheting up. If we have 3 months of that, boom, recession, okay? And then we have to have really 2 months of declining GDP that normally happens, right? So here, this is what normally happens. 2 consecutive quarters, not months, quarters of declining GDP, gross domestic product, right? But, good people, by the time you hear that we're in a recession, we've been in a recession. Let me say this. By the time that you hear or we hear that we're in a recession, we've been in a recession. Remember that. They never call it at the beginning, on the onset, because the data that we are seeing is a reaction, okay? It's late. So the data we get is for the past month or the past quarter. So by the time we get it, we're already in a recession, okay? And so for some of us that have been kind of monitoring things, we're going to be okay. So let me just tell you this. We've been here before. This is part of the financial digestive system. Let me say this again. For those of you that are panicking, this is financially part of the digestive system. We eat, inflation, and then we got to take a dump. That's what it is. And if you don't take a dump, you're going to be financially sick. This is the best way I can explain it, good people, with your money. Now, I hope you watched this morning's video because a lot of people are going to start asking me, Larry, should I buy, should I sell this, should I sell this? None of us on this platform should be answering that specific question to your specific stock. Please don't ask me that. I point to strategies that will help you, A, prepare for this. So if you've been following me for a while, you're prepared for it. B, not panic and think and be smart. All right. So somebody said, I haven't eaten yet. Right. You haven't eaten yet. Yep. Yeah. Well, the market has, and then the market has eaten, and it's got to take a dump. Right. Well said. That's exactly what's going on. And for those of you that have been in this investing game for a while, we're not running through the streets. We're not panicking. We know that this is just part of the system. Again, I'll say it again. We have boom, so boom, bubble, burst, bottom. Boom, bubble, burst, bottom. Boom, bubble, burst, bottom. That's the rolling cycle of the stock market. So tech has been in a bubble, right? I don't think AI is in a full-on bubble yet. I'm going to say that even with the market selling down. I doubt it very seriously. There's a lot of room of growth. And I bought some NVIDIA the other day, right? Now, NVIDIA will probably be down on Monday. But I also said I'm not buying every dip, because I'm not. Because you're going to buy a dip, for those of you that haven't been through this, and then it's going to dip some more. Then you're going to buy some more dip, and it's going to dip some more. Then you're going to be out of dry powder. And so that's why you have to not buy every dip and sit back and watch what the market is telling you. So now we have two things going on. We've already had backbreaking inflation, right? The Fed had hinted that, September, December. Now we may get rate cuts 3 times this year. And the first rate cut could be by 50 basis points. The problem is the rate cut is a reaction to an action. So when the Fed is reactive, like a lot of people said he should have started cutting sooner, when the Fed is reactive, then the market takes a hit. And so the stock market is taking a hit now. Remember how I had Josh explain the timing? So the market is taking a hit. You know why I keep dipping every time I buy. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that. But you know what? We'll come back to that. So what I will tell you is this. You canceled your buy orders. You know what? I would say good for you. And it, like, again, it could reverse Monday. No one has a crystal ball. I can't tell you, hey, Larry, will it reverse on Monday? I can't tell you that. No one knows. And the best analysts don't know that right now. Okay? But what I can tell you is this, is that when the Fed is reactive with his rate cuts, he's reactive. So that means that the stock market has room to fall. And I don't believe you're going to hear this a lot now. Watch. Tomorrow morning, CNBC, Fox Business, Yahoo Finance, they're all going to have it's raining blood analysts on tomorrow, right? It's falling. It's the worst. This is it. This is the onset. Watch. All of them. This is one of the things they do. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be waiting and watching, and where should I buy? I'm not going to be panicking. I'm going to be waiting and watching, where should I buy? Remember a little while ago, about 2 weeks ago, I said, hey, I was talking about haircuts, taking a haircut on some of the stock that you're green on. And somebody said, well, why would I take a haircut? Well, that same person that said, why would I take a haircut on some of the stock I'm green on, came back and emailed me in silent, right? And said, now I understand. Okay, so people, if you're new and you've just been in this game, just listen to people that are truly trying to help you, not taking anything from you, just offering what they know. And not just one person, just many. You said no rate cuts. Oh, we getting rate cuts. Oh, yeah, we getting rate cuts. We going to get rate cuts in September. We going to get rate cuts in December. And instead of 25 basis points, right now, September is looking like a 50 basis points. That's what's happening, okay? And because the Fed has to be reactive now, all right? That's what I think, okay? Anything could happen from now until then. Now, we got the war, rumors of war, should I say. And then what else did I have? Institutions. Yeah, institutions are taking haircuts. They're risk off. And so when institutions, including the Warren Buffetts of the world, are selling their stock, right, then it forces the market down even further, right? Because now everyone is scared. We'll get to crypto in a minute. Now everyone is scared because the big boys are selling their stock and they're just doing it for safety. They've had great runs. So now they're risk off. And so when you have big institutions selling, taking a haircut, when you got the Warren Buffetts of the world taking a haircut, that causes fear in the market, right? And so that is what's going on. So I just wanted to tell you guys and show you guys this, that right now, the pre-markets, let's see here. Right now, the pre-markets are not looking good, even as early as it is, right? And so we will come back and revisit this in the morning. Now the Dow is down 319, right? So the Dow is falling even further. The NASDAQ is in bear territory. The NASDAQ is in an official correction right now. See this? The NASDAQ has fallen more than 10%. So the NASDAQ, meaning all of the stock that's in the NASDAQ, is in correction territory. A correction is anything that's 10% or more. And so the NASDAQ is officially in a correction, and all of the microchips, all of the semis are in a bear market. These are the facts. Now, some of us are looking to buy. Excuse me 1 minute. So let's talk about crypto. Let's go to crypto for a minute. Now, you know what? Let me bring up the crypto bubble, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to come back to stock and talk to you guys. So we already know what's happening with crypto, right? Look at that. Let's look at the hour. Absolute bloodbath. Look for the day. Absolute. Not a green bubble in the chart. Not one green bubble in the chart. Okay. And then look at the week. Not one green bubble in the chart. But look at the month. Still a bloodbath, right? So you could see this. Look at this. This is absolutely horrible. In the last 7 days, Bitcoin is down by 21%. 21. Ethereum is down by 30%. Look at this. It is an absolute just free fall with crypto. Doge down 30%. Look at this. You see these? XRP 21%. Solana is down in the last week 31%. Larry, what are you going to do? Just like I said I'm going to do. Let me pull this chart up. Let me show you guys. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. If this does not work out and we are truly in a crypto winter, then you have to be prepared to hold for 4 years, a 4-year cycle. But I'm just going to share with you and keep it real, win or loss, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. For those of you that know me, you know I stick to my principles. And so let's just go right to stock. Let's go to Bitcoin. You guys already know. You already know. For those of you that's been following me, you already know what I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you guys exactly what I showed you the other day, because I am sticking to my plan, because so far I see no need to change it. It's doing everything I thought it was going to be. Here we go again. Here we go again. I get pushback when I tell people before something happens. I said that we could come all the way back down here to 54. And here we are at 54. And I said, if we break beneath 54, we got a free fall. So here we are right there at 54. And I said that we have been range bound. We've been range bound. And every time something happens, oh, Trump is going to speak at the Bitcoin conference, or this one, or the U.S. is going to hold Bitcoin in reserve. It's going to send crypto to the moon. No, it ain't. I keep telling you guys, it's not changing the fundamentals of crypto. It ain't. It ain't. For all you school teachers, it ain't. All right. And so here we are. So now what's happening here, remember, what I was saying is just about anything under 65, I'm buying. Under anything under 65, I'm buying 3 times as much of all of my crypto, and anything above. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's put in the relative strength index. Remember when I was telling you guys this just last week? When we go under 50%, what am I doing? When we go under 50%, I'm buying 3 times as much. When we go over 50%, I only buy a third as much, right? And so on all of the crypto that I'm accumulating, well, in this range, we're coming down. I'm finna set my buys to 3 times as much. When we go higher, I set it at a quarter. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. So right now, we're in the 54. We're at the bottom of the trend. I'm buying more because this is how I made money in 2021. Me personally, I don't believe that we're in crypto winter. I don't. Now, if I'm wrong, then so be it. This is what I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing. Don't follow me. Do your own study. What I'm doing is I'm going to continue to accumulate until I see a total breakdown, and then all bets are off. Until I see a total breakdown, then all bets are off. So I'm going to continue to DCA, just like I said. I showed you guys exactly what I'm doing. When we're down low, I buy 3 times as much. When we're up high, I buy a quarter as much. This is my plan. And then I believe that Bitcoin will truly reach its peaks in 2025. That's what I believe. Okay. So if you guys are fearful and you say, hey, I can't afford the risk, then don't take the risk. Don't run with me. Don't run with your dumb neighbor down the road that made a lot of money in 2020 and 2021. You do what's best for you. Okay. But I am prepared just in case something happens that we go into an early crypto winter. Remember, we're only like 100 days from the halving. Then I'm prepared to hold. So you leave me what you guys are prepared for. Okay. Oh, come on, bro. Don't. What's going on in the comments section? Come on, y'all. Please. Let's keep it clean. We're here to help people. We don't get down like that over here. All right. We don't do that. Okay. Bust out a cup of coffee, Larry. All right. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let's check it one more time. Time is almost up. The pre-markets still going down, good people. Yeah, the pre-markets are still not looking good. And let's see here. Again, this could change by morning, but right now, for the NASDAQ to be down this much, another 2.3% is not good. That's all I'm going to say to you guys. And someone said, hey, this is normal. No, it ain't. Not in this market, it ain't. And then you got the wars and rumors of war, and it's just so much going on. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys this. This is the time when you got to put your big boy pants on, and women, you know, I don't want to sound whatever, it's Sunday. But all I'm going to say is this is the time when decisions are made. You have to make a decision and roll with your decision, okay? My decision is I'm not buying every dip. My decision is I'm going to wait and see what Monday brings. My decision is I'm going to wait and see what this week brings. We had one data report on jobs, and it spooked the whole market. And now we got the rumor of war and wars and rumors of war going on, which the market does not like uncertainty. And we're in an election year. So the market, without the war and without the job data, the market since 1949 would have been cooling off from now until October anyway, and then back up in November. And if that does not happen, I'm prepared to roll with my decisions. So what I'm going to be doing is, not right now, but later, if the market goes down heavier, I am going to start deploying all of the capital that I've been showing and telling you guys that I have been accumulating. Remember, I've been saying all this year, for every dollar that I put into my broker, and a lot of you guys have been following, I was only putting in the market 25%, cashing up with the 75%, waiting for opportunities like this is beginning, right? This is not the full deal, because I just believe it's just starting, if this could. What I don't think is going to happen, and you guys are going to hear a lot of this tomorrow, is this is going to be the worst since the Great Depression. No, it ain't. There's a lot of don't fall for that. Don't get overly bearish. Don't listen to the naysayers. A naysayer can be a naysayer, somebody that's bearish all the time, all day, 7 days a week for 3 years. Of course, eventually he or she is going to be right. But I'm still looking at this. S&P still up. 12%, still up. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's still up. And I was saying that we could have a 10% pullback, right? We could have a 10% pullback. And then we literally could end up with this market positive. Actually the highest for the year it could be up, meaning the overall stock market. All right. So those are my plans for crypto and for stock. All right. So let's answer a few questions. But just remember this. I will say it again. Just remember this. For those that are just going to go away and wait for the market to fully recover. Millionaires are made in corrections. What is a correction? 10% or more. Billionaires are made in recessions. So just think about that. Millionaires are made in corrections. Billionaires are made in recessions. Why? Because the market oversells so far till at some point you just have to start buying. Big money will start buying, forcing the price back up. Most people will miss it. Here's another fun fact. The real absolute bottom of the stock market is not 6 months. The absolute bottom of the stock market during a recession is usually only 11 days. Wrap your mind around that. At some point, you just got to get in. You got to hold your nose and you got to get in. We've been here before. Just remember, I know I don't look that old, but my first investment was in 92. So I challenge you not to listen to the NSYNC group that just say buy 24 hours a day, every day, right? Buy every dip. You can't do that. You're going to run out of powder. But I also caution you not to listen to, this is it. This is it. This is going to be worse than the Great Depression. No, it's not. No, it's not. All right. So now is the time for you to be looking for opportunity. That's why I'm coming on live on a Sunday night. Okay. So holding what I have. There you go. There you go, Gary. Yep. 11 days. The absolute bottom is generally 11 days. All right. Yeah. Flo, you waiting on it to keep going down. Right. I'm not touching. Listen, don't get married to the miners. I'm not touching any miners right now. I'm still off with the miners. I'm not even looking at them. There's so many. There's 10,000 other stock. And there's 10,000 other stock every day that have less risk, right? There are some stock that even though the market was falling off on Friday, they were holding. Starbucks was still holding green. Apple, while the market was selling off on Friday, was still holding green. Let's look at the stock that are holding green this week or Monday, while the rest of the market is falling. All right. And then I want you guys to start looking at rotation, right? Thank you. Looking at rotation. And then I want you to look at value stock. What are value stock? Let's go into that really quick. So What's a good value stock? It's so hard to even find a value stock now. It's crazy. So, let's see. What's a good value stock? All right, I'm gonna show you what's not a value stock. So, but I want to show you this. Okay, this is a blue chip, but not a value. All right, so this is Apple, good people, right? Just want you to come over here, and a value stock is let's just say this company is XYZ, right? And you see the PE ratio, and that PE ratio is really under 15, but it could be higher. Now, let's say this PE ratio is 10. That's good. Anything under 15 is good. But if you see something, it's 10, and then you scroll down, and then you see the blue bar and the yellow bar, you see revenue and net income, and you see it steady going up month over month over month, quarter over quarter, right? You see growing revenue and growing income month over month, quarter over quarter, and it has a PE of under 15. Let's say it has a PE of 7, and the company is doing something where you see future growth, like it's in AI or something like that, then you may be looking at a value stock. That's a value stock. And those are the ones that will start to perform in times like this. Now, it may be early right now, but that's what you want to look at. I want to bring education every time I come on. All right. I told you guys, I want you to rewind this and see what I said about what is my price on Bunk. You guys know. Let's see. I got buy orders on Bunk. I'm not going to chase everything. This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to go to Bitcoin, right? This is what I'm going to tell you. I got buy orders on Bunk for, let's see here. I got buy orders from Bunk off the top of my head. It was 1988, I believe. It was 1988. But let's look at this. Let's go over this one more time. I haven't changed this chart. Look at this. Range bound, range bound, range bound, range bound, range bound. And here's what's scary. I said we can break beneath 55, 54, right? I said we can break beneath 55, and I said we can literally come back down and break beneath 54. Well, we're at 54. I said we can break beneath 55. Well, we're at 54, right? Now, here's why I'm making this video. Because this is a red flag right here, good people. This is a red flag. And if it start to really break down beneath 54, then we could be in a free fall, right? And we don't know where this is. But up until now, it's just been trading sideways like I said it was going to do all summer, right? Like I believe it was going to do all summer. Now, it could regain this. This candle could jump back up. We can get back above 55 and stay in this range. Then if it does that, just breathe. Just breathe, because crypto is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And when the Fed start cutting interest rates, I expect to see crypto to start moving. Now, let me end by saying this again. The Fed being reactive with his interest rates reductions is not proactive, is reactive. So the market, the onset of him lowering interest rates will be negative to the market. So the market will start to sell off, right? In that sell-off is your buying opportunities, because generally 11 months after, from 11 on after, you will see that you miss your opportunity to buy low. And so just remember, we are always, 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 always. There's always a crash coming. There's always a recession coming, but there's also always a bear market, but there's always a bull market coming also, regardless of where you are, because it's a rolling wheel. And every cycle you go through every one of them. So if you're in a bull market, eventually a bear market will come. If you're in a bear market, eventually a bull market will come. The stock are like trees. Trees don't grow to the sky. And Stock are like people. We have to take a dump, good people. We can't continue to eat. It's healthy for the market. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. Let me answer one or two questions and leave it there. Tesla will be between 170 range long term. Okay. Nice cut, Larry. Thank you. You guys, I saw Shannon and I was going to play this thing from Shannon, but listen, in 2015, Shannon, my barber, and I always tell you guys, don't take financial information from your beauticians or your barber, but I'm going to tell you, unless it's Shannon. Shannon told me in 2015 about Bitcoin, and I didn't understand it in 2015. And off the top of my head, it was like in the $350 range, 2015, right? 2016, it had doubled, and he was doing it. Now, what really flipped to me is in like 2017, I was in Vegas, and I'm starting to see these Bitcoin machines. And I'm going, like ATMs. And I'm going, this thing is for real. So that's when I started to really study and get into crypto. And then, of course, I started purchasing after that. But I wanted to get a full understanding. And so in the class, I want you guys that have the class, I want you to go back and study. I got one of the best crypto lessons in there in the class. I want you guys to study this. But I also want you guys to go back and study for those of you that have the class, study where I talk about boom, bubble, burst, bottom. Understanding where we are in the market if you have the class. If you don't, it's the top link below. But if you do, I want you to go back and study. We talk about PEs. We talk about the fundamentals of the stock. If you take the class, I always say this. I'm saying this now. Always invest, right? Test, right? Execute, and then reward. So invest in yourself first. Right. Here, Larry, do you think target stock crashing? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. My problem is I don't have much dry powder. So a lot of people are there. A lot of people don't have dry powder right now, and that's okay, because if this is truly a recession, you have time to start gathering some dry powder, okay? Just continue to put money in your portfolio. And I'm just going to tell you, man, living uncomfortable right now. Living uncomfortable. Y'all not going to have somebody telling you the truth. If you are really, 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 truly focused on your investing, then cancel your trip. Cancel your vacation. Don't go out. Pile your money up. Be ready for the dip, the true dip. There's generally 3 major dips, right, if we're in a recession. But remember, this is an election year. The election hasn't happened. Is it really likely they're going to let a recession happen just before the election? My gut tells me no. My gut tells me this could be an opportunity. And we could just be buying now. And if I was going to sell, I would sell after the pop-up in November. That's what Larry's doing. I'm not telling you what to do. You tell me what you're going to do. I don't want you to just listen to me. And I'm probably the only YouTuber is going to challenge you to go to YouTube and find someone that disagrees with me and look at the opposing side so you can make the best decision for your hard-earned money. You can't blame anybody. Whether I'm 100% right and you miss it, you can't blame me, or I'm 100% wrong and it was the worst decision ever, you can't blame me. I'm bringing you the facts, I'm doing the homework, and all you have to do is study. So I challenge everyone out there. This is your hard-earned money. But at some point, you got to make a decision and stick to it. At some point, you got to say, this is what I'm going to do. And I got hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto, and I'm buying a lot per day, this is what I'm doing, and I got peace of mind with it. But this ain't my rent money. This ain't my mortgage money. This ain't my kids. This is not a bank loan, right? I'm not doing any kind of foolishness. But all I do is, my businesses have been doing well. I live way beneath my means. I'm still in the same house. I'm still in a $180,000 house, and I can afford a multi-million dollar house. I can afford. I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you guys, I'm still in my $180,000 house because I'm encouraging you to live uncomfortable for a little while so you can have extremely comfortable future. Now, because it's Sunday, I'm also going to tell you this. Scripture tells you that you need to have money for 3 generations. A wise man or woman leaves an inheritance for their children's children. So at some point, you got to live uncomfortable now so you can be comfortable later. All right? I'm going to leave it right there, good people. All right? So, hey, if you're just on, please rewind this. I love every one of you. I want you all to make the best decision for you, but I want you all to make money. All right? That's what I want. That's what I want for my legacy. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for you and your children. Just Google. Watch this. I always say I'm signing off, but I just want you guys to see this because you got to understand the whole picture. All right? Watch this. I want you to Google how much of the wealth does the top 5% own. I want you to Google that because now is the time for you. Look at this. Top 2% wealth. The top 2% of Americans have a net worth of 2.42 million. Da 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 da. The next tier. Da 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 da. Let's top. I want just a simple breakdown. Watch this. 32.1%. Hold to the top 10%. Here's the net worth of the top. No. Somebody Google that for me. I don't want to be going through all of it. Somebody Google that for me. I want someone to Google the top 5% of Americans own how much of the wealth. And I want you to see this because I'm telling you right now, when these big companies start dumping, right? And Wall Street doesn't always get it right. And when that revenue, some of it just gets sucked out of the market and some of it is waiting for us to buy with stocks and crypto. And I will tell you that when I'm doing options, Monday morning, and I walk away with $100, $1,200, $4,200 by 10 o'clock a.m. doing options, that came from somewhere. And I just want you guys to know. So now if you can't do options and you can't get down like that, then you could buy companies when they're beat down, like Warren Buffett say, but you make sure they're great companies that have a bright future and they're making earnings. Then all you have to do is wait it out and actually continue to buy. Let's see, anybody come up with that? Yeah, let me pull that up. Hey, blessings, good people. It's our time. It's our season. Yep. It's our time. It's our season. I'm talking to the truck driver. Again, I'm talking to the hotel worker. I'm talking to the carpenter. I'm talking to the everyday person. I get here so I can decipher some of this. Again, this game, this stock market game, 1792, 16 years after the U.S. was established. It's a game. It's just a game. And when you understand this whole monetary policies and the way things are going and who has the money and who controls the money, And who even puts out the FUD that causes things to go down? Like crypto, the manipulation, the companies, companies like BlackRock. I didn't say it was BlackRock, but companies that manage 10 trillion in assets. And not only are they buying Bitcoin while others are dumping it, but they own all of the miners too. Man, don't at some point you got to wake up and step back and go, man, it's been a game since 1792. And then they make their own jargon so they can stupefy the average man and woman. And then they say, give us your money, we'll invest it for you, right? The problem is they don't even do that good a job. They really don't. And they give you 5%, 7% and tell you ought to be happy. Well, we got the tools now to do this way better, just as good as they do. Just as good, right? And when they get risk off, we can be risk on. But I'm just telling you, rewind this video and see how I'm buying crypto. I'm not telling you to follow me, but it's time to lean in. It's time for you to go in a financial battle. All right, anybody come up with that? Look at that, 66.9%. Is that correct? Is that correct? I believe that is correct. I saw 68%. Now you see that. 5% of the people own anywhere from 67% to 68%. I'm going to say it's 68%. Wake up, America. 5% of the people own 68% of the wealth. Guess where that wealth came from? It came from you. It came from your mama, them. It came from Tyrone, Jethro, them, Pookie, them. It came from your mamas, your daddies, your grandmamas, your granddaddies. That's where it came from. Because they pump us day and night with all of this stuff that we gotta buy, and that's all we do is consume, consume, consume. And they won't let your kids be taught what I'm teaching you guys every day. They won't let us into the school. Well, now I am, okay? They refuse to, and it's not your mom and your daddy's fault because they didn't want to tell them, all right? 5%. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. This is wealth. This is wealth. I'm about to mess up my teeth. This is wealth. It's never lost. It's just transferred. This is the 5%. This is us every day. Starbucks, stuff we can't afford. I got to have the Gucci purse. I got to have this. And then what do smart people like myself do? We buy the brands that own Gucci. I own Starbucks stock. I own Nike stock. You got on, if you own more Nike shoes than you have investing, then you are feeding the 5% and myself and this family. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Larry, why are you angry? I'm not angry. I'm just going to keep telling you all the truth because I can tell you right now that most of the people that come to me and say, Larry, I don't have the money to invest. You got a $1,200 phone in your hand and you telling me you can't invest. Come on. You know who buys all of my app? You know who? I got over $10,000 worth of Apple computers. You know who buy the computers? Not me. My Apple stock is buying the computers. If you see Larry with some Nikes on, Nike paying for those shoes. We are taught not to talk about money, and wealthy people, and I've been at the table with some real wealthy people. That's all they talk about is money. We got to break out of this mindset. All right, good people. All right, let me stop. All right. So the market is selling off in the pre-markets, and so is crypto. The question is where you're going to buy. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn.